Pony. How you guys doing today?
I know it's been 2 weeks since we did our last podcast, mainly because, the first time, last 2 weeks ago, Pony had to cancel. He had some shit to do, and then last time we were supposed to do it again, but my dad was here with his friends, and we couldn't record anywhere. There'll be too much noise in the background, and plus we didn't want to record in my room anymore because the lighting was all off, and I don't know, it was kind of awkward. So it's a lot better if we have like actual setup right here in our glorious gym.
What's up, Snatches? How you guys doing? Yes, we've canceled. It's because many things have happened. This life happens. That's what that is. Don't know what to do. Did I get this close to the microphone? Well, testing 1, 2, 5. No, we didn't forget how to do the podcast.
Yeah, we didn't forget. Well, maybe we got kind of lazy, but we're back, so...
Lazy! That's what's up. That's what happens. So right now, we were just talking about how Michael has a midget face. I'm just kidding. No, we're comparing how a lot of people compare us to
celebrities or UFC fighters. For me, it's either I look like Bruno Mars, Machida, a UFC fighter. What else? I think that's it. But yeah, I don't really see it. Maybe Machida looks kind of like me, maybe because the eyebrows are the same. I don't know. But I get that all the time. Like when I used to work at Food for Less as a security guard there in Euclid, the area manager, every time he came in, he's like, "Hey, Machida, help me out right here." I'm like, "Fuck, really? You kidding me, man?"
No, I got compared to James Franco. I don't know how.
See, I don't see that.
I look like a fucking old school samurai, Japanese samurai from back in the day because of the fucking beard.
Oh,
arigato. Sushi. Pinoy. No, that's Filipino.
Yeah, those guys have like some crazy voice. Like I don't know, it's like real low, you know?
I know, they're just weird, dude. My culture is just fucking fucked up. It was weird because I not recently found out, but a long time ago I found out that samurais encourage like homosexuality.
What?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my god, that's
samurais encourage homosexuality, which is just fucking weird, dude.
But why would they encourage it? I'm gonna understand. It's like, okay, yeah, you have a freedom of choice, but wow.
What is it? What's that Navy saying? Don't ask, don't tell. That's I guess that's where it comes from. I mean, from every single movie I've watched.
Wait, does it really come from that? Or
yeah, you can look it up. Like, I looked it up.
Wow.
But so that's what they say. That
I had no idea.
They encourage samurais encourage homosexuality. I can search this. You guys can search this. You can go ahead and do that shit.
Sorry for laughing about it, but I just kind of find it hilarious a little bit, you know. But I guess to reach their own, I guess if they're happy with that. I don't judge.
I'm pretty sure all those weeboos are all mad because those animes don't show some kick-ass warrior. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. It's kind of hard because there's very legendary samurais like Yoshida. Yoshida's a big one because he was an old. He supposedly, I don't know if you heard the history of Yoshida.
No.
Yoshida, basically what he did is he killed 100 warriors with one sword, and they still have it. Like, he was the only one that was able to kill like almost close to an army.
Wow.
By himself.
Samurais are crazy.
Samurais are crazy in many senses.
I think people still practice those things, you know.
They do.
Yeah.
It's
yeah. At one point, I wanted to learn that. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. Japanese culture is kind of interesting, you know. Japanese
culture is perverted and interesting. Don't get me wrong.
Well, we're not talking about that crazy anime tentacle porn shit.
No. I'm saying like they have like.
but they do have strange. Their culture is strange, yeah.
Yeah, because they have, from what I read,
the talk shows are kind of weird.
Talk shows. They have vending machines that have used panties.
Oh yeah. I
Think
heard
about
that one too. Yeah.
Let that set in for a while, because we're taking after the samurai culture.
Fuck, man. What do they even test those panties for, like STDs or shit? Something like that, you know?
I don't know. There's a lot of fetishes.
They should, right? Because you figure that's a health concern.
It's a big fetish, though. I mean, a lot of guys have different fetishes. I mean, you have BDism. You got when you like bondage. There's bondage.
Yeah, there's sadomasochist.
Yeah, and then you have upskirt and so on.
Yeah, Japanese.
I mean, we all have.
And they have that public. What is it? Public.
Nudity.
Yeah, and like.
They get
like
off on
that
it.
train shit. You know, like the Japanese people in the train and they're like like fucking.
Oh, they grow.
Yeah,
Yeah. This is kind of weird.
It's super weird, man.
I mean, you guys don't believe us. You can look this up. I mean,
Yeah, it's all there. These are all facts. You'd be surprised what's out there. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows about it.
let it focus, and bam, your happiness is ruined. Just look that up on Wikipedia. It's homosexuality
That's just
in
insane.
Japan.
I just can't believe. Well, I mean, I guess I don't know, man.
It's just weird.
Yeah, it is kind of strange.
I mean, the it's kind of weird. I think what it is just, I don't know. I think, you know how, like, okay, so what I read is that when you see something really cute, like a fucking rabbit or a thing, you feel like what is it? Like hugging it so hard?
Yeah.
Like that. I think they kind of confuse, like, friends, like family and so on, like that. And with, sexual urges, I guess, instead of like, oh, hey, you know what, you're my homie, and they kind of didn't know how to replace that. Maybe
Probably.
the emotion. I mean, like saying like a homie is like, oh, you're a brother type of thing, but they kind of they fucked it up. They kind of went the other way down the hole.
I don't know. It's like, it's interesting, but I just don't know what to say. I'm kind of speechless about finding out something like that, you know?
Well, that's, you know, like I said, like it's just kind of hard to, you know. I mean, there's a lot of history. I'm not a historian. I don't know. I just know a little bit about the Asian culture.
Well, it's good to know, I guess, you know. I don't know much about my culture, really, being Filipino and all that stuff.
You know what? I'm not even like. I think every single culture has this homosexuality. You got the Greeks. You got.
Oh yeah, even in the Philippines, man, homosexuality is a big thing over there now.
French.
It wasn't 10 years ago, but it's very well. I mean, you know, actually, when I was there, I got hit on a lot of gay guys.
Wait, what is it? What they call them? Not girl women. They call them like lady men. Lady men. There you go.
Lady boy.
Lady boy.
Lady boy.
That's what they call them. Lady boy. Like,
They have a lot of transsexuals too.
it's just kind of weird. I don't know. It's just this trend. I guess it's more.
But the word gay in Filipino is bakla.
Bakla.
Yeah.
I remember that shit. Tae. What is it? Tae? I mean, shit. No. How do you say shit in Filipino? Tagalog. Tae, no? It's just tae.
Takla.
Takla is shit?
Yeah.
Takla?
Yeah. That's shit. Well, I mean, it's different. There's different languages in the Philippines. They could be different words for that.
Does Matt know? Filipino?
No, he doesn't. He's actually full white, man.
I think he was half because of your dad.
No, that's not his real dad. That's only his. He did raise him, but he sees him as his dad. But his dad's white.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we're only half. We have the same mom. Haven't you noticed we don't look alike?
I mean, people don't look alike. Sometimes, you know, you can. I don't know. You can be in the same family and be in the same baby with different.
Even look at your brothers, man. Your brothers don't really look like you.
But we're half.
Oh, see, that's exactly the same thing. We're also half, you know.
We're half. Freaking.
With all your siblings are half?
Almost. Yeah, basically.
Oh shit.
I know when it's close. But I mean, that's not how shit works. You don't say shit how it works. Your history is what it is. I mean, no one can tell me that you guys didn't sleep around. I mean, that's how it works. I mean, I mean, when what is it? When your daughter or son comes up to you like, was that an accident? What's the first thing you're gonna say? Oh no, son, you weren't in an accident. But after that, there's nothing else there. That means you probably.
Well, I mean, that could be debatable too. Like, what if that you know, say you have a son or a daughter and he or she ends up being a failure, then you could say, yeah, you're a mistake. Well, I mean, maybe in the back of their mind they're thinking that. It's pretty fucked up. Well, you don't think they're...
I wouldn't. I mean, you have the baby.
Yeah,
you
but
raised
even still, you know.
I would say, like, if someone, like... Because I would think about it more like, you don't want to say the truth. You're kind of like, you're not an accident. You weren't planned, but you're not an accident. You just happened to happen.
Now you got me curious now. I want to ask my dad, but he probably won't tell me.
He's probably just walking away.
He'll probably won't say shit. It's like that. It's not
Turn on the vacuum. What? Oh.
Turn up the volume on the radio. All right, that's how it is. Yeah,
that's some fucked up shit.
Sure is.
But yeah, like, but all that shit was encouraged. I mean, we're getting off topic on the little thing, but yeah, Asian culture is kind of weird. It is weird. It is weird.
It is weird.
I think it's one of the weirdest cultures you can ever think of. I mean, there's no other weird culture that you can think of. I mean, we studied Greek culture and we found out about all this shit. But when you hear about Japan, you kind of just go up to like robots, anime, Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, come on, they invent the craziest shit. Like especially Dragon Ball Z. That shit is nuts. That creator is like, where does he come up with this shit?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of like that, but when in reality, you look into the history of it, it's like, oh, so you're not an Ultimate Warrior. You're kind of just like you.
But there was countless times when I was watching Dragon Ball Z as a kid, like I thought all those things you could actually do in real life, like the Kamehameha and shit. Yeah. I even tried it. I was like, damn it, it's fake. All right. I don't. As a kid, I thought cartoons were real.
I always thought about it too. Like, how would that even happen? Like, I mean, in order for that to happen, you have to radiate a certain. You're all your.
I know they have that chi or the like your inner energy or whatever, but I don't know. It's just interesting. It would be kind of cool if it was real. You know, like say if some guy pisses you off, just like poof, you're out of here.
That's true. I mean, if that in an alternate universe, that's probably, you know. I mean, like, who, Einstein or either Stephen Hawking are the ones that he said that there's an alternate universe, a copy of us, but in a different sense, kind of kind of like comic books, like Spider-Man.
Yeah, like I could be a girl in another universe, something like that. He could be a girl in another universe. Well, it's alternate universe. You know, you got your doppelganger.
You know what's funny? I think someone asked me this question the other day. It's like, what would you do if you were a girl? What's the first thing you would go for? And I'm pretty sure every single guy either said, touch my boobs or finger myself.
I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably do that.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. That's the first thing we always say.
Yeah.
But then you kind of think about it in science way, like, the women are the way the women are. Yeah, what is it?
Well, you ask a girl the same question if they were a guy, they'd probably say the same shit.
I don't. You know what? Some women are actually really proud. Like, oh well, that's kind of
like feminist and shit.
No, women they just go, oh well.
Well, I guess they're proud to be who they are, but if they're given that question, it's like, oh, what if?
Because if you ask, because I've seen videos where they ask women about men's penises and they're like, oh, it's nasty, this and that. It's like, oh well.
Well, it might not be the prettiest thing to look at, but shit.
Yeah, you don't put it in shit, but
hey, the female form is beautiful. I think it's beautiful.
I enjoy the female form.
Mm-hmm.
I have a fetish. I have my Asian culture. It's in me in a sense.
What's your fetish? Let's get on that topic, man.
I have a panty fetish.
Me?
Well, panty. I'm scared of lingerie. That's my thing. I love that shit. That's my thing. I've always been into that.
I don't know if this is also kind of a fetish, but mine is like I don't really want to. Oh god, I don't know if I should say it.
I said mine.
It's fine. I guess I'll say it. I like girls in oil.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
that's not bad. That's like
I don't know that whole glistening skin. Yeah.
I like how you said that glistening skin.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's
my thing. You know what it is with me?
It's hot.
Yeah, because yours is glistening skin. I guess it's like smoothness of the body. Mine is more of like the mystery of like, hey, like they're wearing a skirt. I'm like, oh fuck. I don't know. It's just crazy. That's my thing. I'm like, I enjoy that. Like, I really fucking love that shit. Like, I don't have magazines on it, and I don't go to websites for it. I just, kind of just like it. It's just my.
I mean, it might be cliche, but I also it's not really a fetish. Everybody likes it. Yoga pants on girls is nice.
Oh, I love my girl when she wears yoga pants. Love that shit.
Everybody does though.
But I guess that's like close to his stockings. And you're like.
Yeah, it's very close. Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Well, you revealed something you don't know. Especially the viewers that watch, hearing this shit from me. I would never say this, but you guys are hearing it now.
I like women in lingerie. I don't mind it. I love it. I don't know. It's crazy though.
I don't know. I like lingerie too, but I don't know. I guess I'm just particular about it.
True.
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's just things like that. It's, it's I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I can't even really tell you how that even started. It's like it's because when I was younger, I think it probably came out as when I was younger because I remember.
Well, then again, I don't know if you would really consider that as a fetish. So that's more like a obsession kind of thing.
Oh no. Obsession would be a fetish because obsession would be more like you're collecting it and you're getting out of your way to like get these things. You're getting it like kind of like National Lampoon type of thing where they broke into the dorm and they stole the fucking panties and all this shit. That's an obsession. A fetish is more like you think about it and you think it's sexy, and then when if you get your girl, you kind of play it out. Mm-hmm. That's just a fetish from them because it's between you and that person, and then you're not kind of like publicly exposing it type of thing. You're not like going around like, hey, let me look up your skirt and shit.
Oh right, like voyeurism or whatever it's called, right? I think that's what it's called. Or pervert.
Voyeurism.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not obsession. If it was a fetish, like I said, if you hold the whole oil thing. If it was a fetish obsession, you start throwing oil on every woman you see. That's
also like nice legs too.
Nice legs are nice.
A nice butt is cool too.
The ideal European.
When it comes to boobs, I'm not. Well, breast or whatever. It's like I don't like them too big. Like a perfect size is nice, but if they're extremely huge, it's like that's too much.
Women-wise, I love nerdy. I think that's cute. I think that's hot. I love nerdy women. Like my girlfriend's nerdy. I love it. Like I've dated different women. I dated women with big butts and big boobs. I've literally done, but I've always stuck to my own cultures because that's my preference. I prefer to be able to interact with somebody who speaks the same language and understands the same culture.
Yeah,
that's just me. I mean, I'm down to date any other culture, but my preference is that. It's because of that main reason. But I've dated freaking nerdy girls. I've dated women who kind of are like girly girl, like really cosmetic and shit.
Oh, right, yeah.
I've dated all that kind of shit. But I'm like,
really feminine.
Yeah, really feminine. I'm dating feminine. I'm dating girls who into like the whole popular culture, nerd, big boobs, and all that shit.
I don't know. I just like the proportion. Like if they're proportion right, like symmetrically, that's cool. Like nothing too extreme. Like nothing that's not obtainable. Like
Yeah. No, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
but
if your ass is too big, it's like that's too much.
That's true.
Yeah,
kind of is like, ooh, what the fuck?
Like your figure is kind of like, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. It's not something. Well, I mean, it's nowadays that's like the thing for some guys, but for me personally, I don't see the appeal on that.
You know what I do enjoy by dating sometimes though? I do like I have a girlfriend. We still keep doing the whole same thing. I guess there's a honeymoon stage, what they call it. The honeymoon stage is where you still new to the relationship, but you're still doing the same thing you guys when you guys met. You still means you have still the anxiety.
Like you still have the spark.
Yeah. So that's like I keep
you have the passion.
Yeah, you kind of keep going on that. You have to have the passion. I like the sensation of it. I kind of like the anxiety of it. Like
makes you feel alive, right?
Yeah. That's the fun part about it.
I get it. Yeah.
You're like you're kind of just texting, and then obviously nowadays
I miss that a lot actually.
Yeah, the trend nowadays, what is it? The trend, because we do text now, because back in the day it was more of like you go to the girl's house and so on and so on.
Yeah.
And you get pictures, real pictures, not like Polaroid, but real pictures. Like now it's more of text. You get pictures.
Yeah, back in the day when we were dating, well, I was in high school, it was more like phone calls, not really texting. Like new age is different. They love texting, Like me personally, I don't really like being on the phone with somebody because I don't know. I lose my train of thought all the time, and I get bored easily talking on the phone. I'd rather talk in person,
Yeah, that's
being there.
That's I don't do that. I don't. I like doing face to face. That's what I'm saying. With texting nowadays, is more like if the girl likes you, you can tell by the text because of the send text. And on top of that, if you get certain pictures, explicit pictures, then you're like, oh, well, this girl's into me, type of thing. I enjoy that.
When it comes to explicit pictures, I mean, I can't really say much about that because I've been asked before to send dick pics before, but I don't know. See, me personally, I just can't do it. You know, it's like,
I can't do it either. I've got
it's personal preference.
Yeah, I've got an explicit picture, so I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I probably my thing's more like, let's just interact.
Like, they'll be like, okay, I'll send you something if you send me something.
I think it's
like,
more insecurity,
you know. Well, I guess it's that too, but you know that's something you shouldn't really send in that kind of way. I don't know. I can't really explain it. I'm just not the type, you know.
Like like I can tell you the story from back in the day. Like when I used to work for U-Haul, I used to because I had two jobs.
Right, I forgot you
yeah. So there was this lady, this white lady, this hillbilly lady. I mean, she was cool. I liked her. She was cool because she was really friendly. So I'm like, oh, she's cool and shit. And then I guess one day she broke up with her boyfriend. And she's in her mid 40s, close to her 50s, and I'm like, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it. You'll probably find someone better and so on. So one day I'm at home, like when I used to live here on East Street and so on. I was just, I guess she texted me to get a hotel room because she needed it. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I have my day off and so on. It's like, I bet you, like, this is the first, and this is what she says. She's like, I bet you anything you're watching porno and jacking it off. I'm like, what the fuck? And then she's in her mid 50s. I mean, I'm in the family. I'm like in the friend zone. Like, I mean, I'm like, she's a friend to me. But when she changed the subject, I'm just like, I bet you're jacking off. Like, send me dick pics. I'm like, whoa, little lady, like, you hillbilly lady, you're 45 years old. You gotta calm the fuck down.
Wait, she was a hillbilly?
She was she was white and she had like kind of like half rotten teeth and shit. She was.
Wait, how did she get your number though? Did you?
Well, we used to work together, so everybody had their number.
Right, of course.
The circle.
Okay.
But so yeah, she asked me to send her a dick pic, and I'm like texting her. I'm like, you know what, girl? I have a girlfriend. I'm not gonna sabotage that for that. That's just kind of no. I'm sorry, but no. And then I kind of stopped talking to her because I'm like, this is just weird. She's old. I mean, I understand there's MILFs. I understand MILFs, okay, but if I'm in a relationship, I'm not gonna ruin that for myself.
Yeah.
But and on top of that, don't do that. I mean, if you can,
is that adultery, right?
And not adultery. It's just like more of like, how do you even see a spark between us? Like, I don't have like I treat you.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of. Well, I don't know. This may not be for all older women, but a lot of them are kind of, I guess, bored with the, like, guys their own age, I guess. And they want to go for like the younger generation.
You know what I think it is too? It's more of like maybe like I guess I don't know, dude. I guess for nowadays everybody confuses friendliness with friend. Everybody confuses kindness with flirtation. So I'm like,
yeah, it's easily confused. Like mixed signals.
Nowadays it is because you have like dumbass people just ruining it for everybody else.
Yeah,
this is rare for.
It's a really fine line to really defy.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard to tell sometimes if they're being flirty or they're just like doing like as a friendly way.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a fine line with that.
I just creepy because I have a big rule. I have a big ass rule. Like my rule is not never date your coworker, but never, what is it? Never date a friend. Never date a friend. That's the worst thing you can do.
Don't shit where you eat.
Yeah,
something like that.
Same thing with my job. Like I met my girlfriend through work, but she worked for another property. That's different because me and her, I started off with her going, just talking, and then it just became what it did become. But I've noticed that never ever date somebody that you actually work with. Like never do that.
Yeah. I've made that mistake before. Well, I wouldn't consider a mistake. Well, I guess it was a mistake, but I've done it before.
Yeah, that's the worst thing you can do because it just turns out to be like really shit. When you break up, what happens? Like who? Like why is she being a bitch or why are you being a dick? Whatever, Like I've had those things happen before. I'm like, oh, why are you being a bitch? And I'm like, I've actually, I told the girls off before. I mean, just because they deserve it, not because I did it. Just because, in the sense of
you have to draw the line somewhere.
Yeah, because I'm one of those guys to stay quiet. I can stay quiet for everything. I'm like, you talk shit, okay, whatever, do your thing.
Yeah.
But then when it crosses my line, it's just okay.
Passive.
Now, yeah.
Passive, yeah.
But when it crosses my line, it's just different. I'm like, I'm gonna call you as it is. And on top of that, as I remain quiet for so long, I gain a lot of facts about you, so I will use that against you. That's my thing.
Analyzing, you know. Like,
yeah, that's my thing.
And
I've done that to the point where I made people cry. Like, I've literally started talking shit and started making people cry. I was like, you don't... And I even tell them, I was like, this is what you get. Like, this is what you wanted. I gave you what you wanted. And that's why half the time... Sometimes I do tell people, like you don't want to fuck with me. I'll make you cry. It's because I'll use what you tell me against you. Even though even though they are telling me in a sense of comfort. Like,
right, yeah.
But you come over here and stab me in the back, I'm gonna stab you in the back because you did the same thing.
That's the worst. Yeah, backstabbers are the fucking worst.
Because I'm not about leveling to people's level.
Yeah,
I'm down.
Don't stoop to their level.
Yeah, I kind of just listen. I'm gonna go okay, and I say okay the whole time. It's like, all right, I got you. All right, I don't.
You just gotta be the bigger man, you know.
Yeah, some people can't handle the truth. I've done that shit too. I've broken people's bubbles.
Because really, when somebody's talking shit to you, it's only really words. They don't really hurt. But if it gets to a certain point where they just don't shut the fuck about it, it's like that's when it's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's
pissing me off now.
Like I've done that to my old roommate in LA. I've even told him, it's like, I'm not your dad or your uncle or your brother to be fucking babysitting you. And he's like, oh, you moved in with me, you became family. It's like, no. Do you fuck over family? And kind of stayed quiet. And he's like, oh, well, yes, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that's a big thing, fucking over family.
Yeah, like my ex-girlfriend too. Like I've told her too. Like what? Like wait, so you didn't love me at a certain point? What the fuck was I doing with you? It was like, I mean, you should never feel guilty about those kinds. You can't just kind of talk about it peacefully. You can't go around and go type of thing. You know, maybe pass me the.
Oh sure.
But yeah, like I don't. Yeah, like I'm one of those guys. I'm not a dick. Just cross my line.
You just tell it how it is. I guess.
Yeah, because I've crossed the line. Like I've seen some women cross the line. I've like not crossed the line in an evil sense, but more than the cross the line when you're in a relationship and they kind of just gave you kind of hints. I'm like, you gotta back off because he's gonna fuck me over. Get away. Stay out of my face. Because I mean, the first thing, this is the big signs. Like the big signs are they start talking really positive about you or more compassionate, more passionate about you. The other thing is too, they start complimenting you a lot and they start talking about you a lot. That's like the 4 big signs. Like you already know that person. It's like it's into you because what's the first thing you would do? You talk about somebody positive about them, and it's because you're either into them, you're whatever, and it depends on how you have the relationship with that person. Like I've gotten to that point where like I've told my girlfriend about a couple of things. Like I remember one day,
but it's easily those signs are easily confused also,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
People could perceive that differently. They say, oh yeah, oh man, maybe this girl likes me, blah, blah, blah. Or maybe this person's just really nice and just loves complimenting
And that's
people.
The thing I'm saying. Like, a lot of people confuse that. Like, one day, when I used to be a manager for a hotel, I remember sitting at the desk, and I was talking with this chick. She was I guess she was a coworker, and I kind of, she was a friend too. And then I guess I'm at work working, and then she comes into my office, and then she's like, can I ask you something? I'm like, what? It's like, do you think
have an office?
I used to have an office.
Oh wow, cool.
So she's like, asking me, she's like, what do you think I'm cute? I'm like, yeah, sure. I said, because I don't want to be mean. I'm like, I'm not into you, so I don't want to compliment. And then I guess she goes into the bathroom, changes to go home.
Wait, was she cute?
No. Like, no. She was like, whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's really hard for me to judge anybody. He's like, oh, well, I'm not into you, so I kind of don't want to judge you. I don't really...
That makes sense, yeah.
But then...
Everybody got their own personal preference.
Yeah. She goes into the bathroom, changes to leave, comes back into the office, sits down for a moment, and then she's like, can I ask you something? I'm like, yeah. It's like, can I give you a kiss? I'm like, whoa. And I looked at her, I was like, no, I'm sorry, no. And she's like, please. I'm like, no. And then she kept, insisting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sorry,
pushing it, yeah.
But I'm not gonna ruin my my relationship for your feeling. And she's like, oh no, but she won't know. I was like, excuse.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but no, that's not gonna happen. I'm like, that's not gonna.
Infidelity, isn't it? Infidelity.
Yeah, basically.
There you go. That's the.
And I kind of just brushed her off, and I even told my girlfriend, I was like, you know what just happened today? She's like, tripping out. She's like, I hate that bitch. I'm like, oh, whatever. But then nothing happened between me and her. And then after the next day, it just became normal because I kind of ignored it. I'm not gonna gonna press on it and go, hey, so why would you blah blah? No, I'm not like that. Like, I'm just gonna brush it off.
Yeah, you don't really mix business with pleasure, you know?
Yeah, I can't do that. No, I'm not.
It doesn't work that way.
Like, there's some guys that would be into it. I'm not into that.
That could either work in your favor or that could work against you, you know?
Like, I've cheated on the girl before. It's just not. It doesn't feel good. I can tell you that for sure. I mean, many of you guys maybe probably have cheated on your girlfriend.
I've never done it.
The side chick, bitches. No, that doesn't exist in our vocabulary, no whatsoever. Like, we're from a different era. I guess we're from a different city, and so on. We're more compassionate about our women.
I guess it really depends on the person, you know. But yeah, those people are scumbags for doing that kind of shit, like having like a side girl and then they end in a relationship, or they can have multiple. Who knows? I know some girls, if they have an open relationship, that makes sense, I guess. But doing it behind somebody's back is pretty fucked up.
Pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
That's really fucked up. I can tell you that for sure. You should feel bad. You should really feel bad. You should probably just take a shit in your toilet, put your head in the toilet with your shit, and then flush it.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Say if you're in a relationship for so long, and say a girl approaches you and, you know, like she seems like she's really into you, and then it's like temptation is a motherfucker. I'm not defending these people, but there's only so much a guy could take, I suppose. I've never really been in that situation, but I guess I'm like, I don't know. It's you know.
Me and my girlfriend talk about that kind of shit too. Like, it feels good to have a compliment kind of like that. Like, oh, hey, you're blah, blah, this and that.
If it's playful, yeah, but you don't act upon it.
Yeah, you don't ever act upon it. That's what temptation is there for. I mean, temptation is there to, I guess, not teach you, but
self-control is always... Well, if you learn how to do that, I guess you'll be okay. Self-control.
Yeah. You don't act upon your actions if you have somebody. I mean, you already have somebody. I mean, whatever you're thinking to do to this person, you can probably do to your girlfriend. I mean, come on. I mean, you spice it up, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Spicing it up would be, like, I mean, if you had to spice it up, I would think that would be kind of fucked up. Because that means that you kind of lost compassion of the partner.
Yeah, the flame.
In a sense, something. You had to spice it up from that memories. Or it's just because, you know, there's certain things you haven't told your partner and you want them to know now. Like, kind of like fetishes type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you want them to know, like, hey, I'm into that. And then they'll probably, you know, do it. I'm pretty sure the spark will go higher.
Yeah, but you don't always want to rely on, like, alternatives to actually keep a relationship going, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's just crazy. That's how it works. That's how it is. I mean, that's why you have a partner. Your partner.
That's why there's a lot of people that can't be in relationships because of that. You know.
Yeah, like weird guys. I mean, I guess like, in a sense, a lot of guys like different pussies. I guess you can say.
Yeah.
Different nudity.
They like
different
variety. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, they're probably just fucking every single woman they can just to see which one's, you know, better. I guess I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's just, and, you know, obviously it does feel good, but it's just, you know. I don't know. It's just weird. I can't do that. I can't be sleeping around with women.
Yeah, it's not right.
This is weird.
And plus, I have a guilty conscience, so I can't really do anything like that.
Me too. I have a very guilty conscience.
Yeah.
Can't do that shit. I've done it before. You know, like I said, I've cheated. It's not fun. It's not fun. Hate it. It's a really like annoying feeling in the back of your head. You kind of just like feel so depressed the whole time. So you're with your partner and you're like, "Fuck, I cheated on you," and you don't even know. Feel like a dick, but I'm not with that person anymore. I mean, she broke up with me, so it kind of, you know, I kind of deserved it in a sense. I'm not regretting that we broke up. I prefer that we broke up because I was in LA, and I was stuck out there because of her. I'm like, fuck, I don't know what to do in this sense. I mean, I've had, you know, my flings here and there, but I'm like, nah.
Have I met her before?
No, no one's met her. Like, right. That's why I don't. That's why I kind of brush her under the table. She's like whatever to me.
I remember you talking about her before when you come to visit.
Yeah, she was a dick, dude. And not only that, like women do abuse men too. You girls do abuse men. No, don't fucking go playing around like you don't. Women don't abuse men, especially feminists who like we don't. You men are blah blah blah. I don't give a fuck. Everybody has their repercussions, I guess you can say. Mm-hmm. Everybody treats everybody like the same way that a man would treat a woman. I mean,
because I believe in equality. You know.
Yeah, that's exactly equality.
It's a two-way road, and one person is not always right. You know.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, like, in the sense, like, equality, basically, women do the same thing men can do, and men can do the same thing. Yeah. They both do the same shit. I'm not going to say both things that both do are considered for one sexuality to another. They do the same shit. I mean, women can abuse men. I've seen men hit women.
Yeah, they have this thing that's called catfishing.
Yeah. Oh, that's where they pretend to be someone else.
Yeah, well, that's, like, something.
Oh yeah, men and women do the same shit. Yeah. Like I've seen women hit men. I've seen women like abuse their man, and treat them like men would treat a woman back in the day. Like, oh, you do this in the kitchen, you take care of so on and so on.
Actually, that's a big thing in like in Asia. Like they would publicly shame their boyfriends in public.
I'm not one of those.
Slapping them like they're on their knees and shit. I saw a video one time. It's pretty crazy.
I can't, like that. Yeah. I have, like I said, I have my limits. If someone does that to me, then I kind of just look at them and like, you better chill the fuck out, because I can go worse.
But that's because the guy was cheating
on her.
Different. So yeah,
that's different. I mean, that's because the guy had it.
But I don't know if it's the culture thing. But they weren't. Because that's something you do in private, not in front of everybody in public, Because somebody's recording it, I was like, man, I understand, like, the guy cheated on you, but goddamn, really, in public? It's for everybody to see? That's not their business,
Yeah, I mean, if a woman hits you, I don't think, in my sense, this is my theory, or my what do you call it, personal preference. If a woman hits you, I don't think you should ever hit a woman back. I mean, overall.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, because I've met women where like, oh, I have a taser and I can defend myself on the stairs. Like, bitch, if you're in the fucking ghetto and you taser somebody, what the fuck do you think is gonna happen? You're gonna like agitate the situation, and when you have nothing else to go to, you're gonna get punched. And if the last thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna have anxiety and all that shit. You're gonna have shock and all that fucking shit. I mean, don't go around thinking you're fucking tough. Unless you are tough and you know something, then you're good. But you're one of those people that have never been in a fight and say, I have a taser, I can protect myself. I'm pretty sure that you taser somebody, the motherfucker's gonna get back up and he's gonna beat the fuck out of you. I mean,
tasers are pretty strong though.
Yeah, but there's some, and
depending on the voltage.
And then not only that, depending on how it depends on everything, portion, voltage, and so on. Yeah, depends on height, weight, and so on.
I think there's a certain voltage that's legal, and there's a certain voltage that if it's too high, it's illegal to have.
Yeah, so I mean, like I met somebody that's like, oh, have a taser, clack clack. I was like, all right, well. When you miss, what happens? You get slapped in the face? You're going to start acting tough again? No, you're not. You're going to get fucked up. I mean, no matter how, if, like I said, if you know something, like a certain, I guess, martial arts, or
self-defense.
Yeah, something, like you know how to fight and so on, okay, all power to you. But if you don't know nothing, you've never been in a fight, and you're like over here with your, like, kind of like a guy with a gun, you're like, well, you're fucked. If you miss the shot, you only have one bullet, you're going to get punched in the face.
Yeah.
And then, you're going to create some sort of hate and so on. So I'm like, no, you should never do it. That's just fucked up.
It is.
That's what it's like. I don't, you could be...
I guess, they just do that, I guess to defend themselves. I mean, it makes sense, yeah, but that can only go so far,
Yeah, no, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, even, like me as a guy, like, I know for sure if something comes at me, I'm gonna defend myself. That's, of
course, yeah.
So that's been me for a long time. I've been, like, even when someone's playing fighting with me, I'm like, no, stop punching me, stop. Yeah. And then once you hit my limit, I'm gonna fuck you up. I've done that before. I've done it where someone's just playing, punching me, and I just look at them, like, dude, you better chill the fuck out. And just punch me on the face. Okay, now we're just fucking around. And I've had a tendency to grab people's head and just start punching them. Like, I'll hold the fucking head and start punching. Bah, bah. And I have made people bleed just because they're just fucking around. I was like, no. Like, Paolo. Remember Paolo? The Filipino dude that we used to know?
Yeah.
I stabbed him with the pencil once. I stabbed him with the pencil in his chest, and I broke off the lid. Because I'm like, there's certain things you should never do. I'm not saying that, I'm gonna stab anybody, but
yeah.
I know how to defend myself. I know what to do. Like, if I hit my limit, I know where to go. If there's a gun involved, that's different. I'll probably just, like, piss my pants, maybe.
You could say like people reach their boiling points, I guess.
Yeah.
Play fighting, yeah, I guess it's okay, but I don't like me now. It's like I don't want to do that kind of shit anymore because I feel like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So why do it?
Yeah, like I'm a pacifist. Like I'm a violent pacifist, I can say, because.
Oh, I'm definitely a pacifist. Yeah, I work at a bar, but it's the way I see it is like we're not supposed to act like we're tough, I guess.
Because
you can deter the situation without getting physical, then cool,
Because this last time I went to LA, I helped this homeless guy out. Middle of the street. Just middle of the street in a wheelchair. Homeless guy, white dude. Screaming out, help, help. So I tell my girlfriend, hold on, let me help this guy. So I'm helping him. And I pushed him up the curb. He was kind of hesitant for me to push him because like, oh, you're gonna hurt me. I'm like, no, I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. And then I start pushing him, and he goes, oh, can you push me to the VA hospital and then buy me something to drink, something healthy to drink? And I'm like, there's no hospital around here. Basically, so he says there's no hospital. I'm like in my head, I'm like, there's no hospital around here. What the fuck are you talking about? And I'm about.
He took you for granted.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then that's I saw he's like talking to my girlfriend's like, oh, can you tell your husband to buy me something? And then I'm like, you know what, dude? I helped you out, so I'm gonna walk away. It's like, and I'm leaving. No, don't leave. And then because he's screaming already, so I look at him. And this is already my adrenaline rushing. Like my part of me is where I'm like, okay, now you're just crossing my line. So I look at him and I point at him. I'm like, you better calm the fuck down. I just helped you cross the street, motherfucker. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. It's like, yeah, I helped you. So calm down. And I'm walking away, and he's still screaming help. I'm like, you know what? He can go fuck himself. And then I come to realize that what he was trying to do is kind of like stick to me, where I push him everywhere and buy him whatever he wants. Like, nah, it's not gonna happen. I know what you're doing. We were raised in the ghetto. I already know the rules. Like the rules already. Like I already know what you're trying to do. It's just,
but this area, it's cleaned up pretty well. There's not too many homeless around here anymore.
Not no more.
Yeah, but before, there was a lot.
Yeah, and now those.
I'm sure they exist, but not in this general area. Over there by IB, like on Southland Plaza, like on Saturn, that right there, there's a lot.
See, that was I would blame that on us because we did encourage a lot of homeless to come in this area. Because we would pay $5 to get like a
like when we were kids, we always asked them to buy us alcohol, cigarettes, whatever.
Yeah, and then what comes to play is that homeless guy has ended up fucking the whole area over because he started bringing more homeless and they ended up breaking a window.
Yeah, so how it works is that you give them money and say you want to get cigarettes or beer, and you just give like a certain amount of that. Like say you give him like all the change, and then he'll keep that for his own, taking or whatever.
Yeah, that's exactly
exchange.
That was us back in the day. We were smart. I'm not gonna say everybody has their street. Everybody has their knowledge.
But they do it out of they're just desperate to get any kind of money, because they want to get fucked up too, or they want cigarettes also. They want to get something to eat.
And it's funny because we did do that. We always did that.
Yeah. And
that's what I'm saying. Like us wise, we never really. We got fucked up. We did our thing, we were smart enough to go fishing. That's what we called it back in the day. We called it fishing for beer. I mean, think about it like Superbad. Superbad, that person goes, oh, I'll give you this much money.
But if you think about it, they I'm sure, they caught on. They know those cashiers, you buy them cigarettes or whatever. I'm sure they know it's not for that person, Like, oh yeah, I know it's for those fucking kids, but they don't want to do shit about it.
I know I got banned once from a fucking liquor store for that main reason. Because remember Robert Blitzer?
Yeah.
I was gonna buy cigarettes for him. Like me,
I think I remember that happening. Yeah.
And the lady goes, it's like, you are banned here forever. I'm like, bitch.
Which liquor store?
This one right here.
The one that was next to the CVS.
The one that's the Exxon.
Oh, the Exxon.
I got banned from Exxon because me and Robert were about to buy cigarettes, and she kind of just went, "You're banned here for life." I'm like, "Okay, well I'm out," because
they changed it though. It's not Exxon anymore. I'm sure that lady's like
gone. Yeah, no, it was a long time.
Yeah,
it was a long time. But I remember going in there buying cigarettes again. She wasn't there anymore. But it was just funny because he was 17 and I was 18 already.
Yeah.
So it was just funny. It's like, bitch, he's 17, I'm 18. Yeah, I'm legal to buy cigarettes. But we smoked since we were 13, so I don't know what you are talking about. But hey, you know what? It's illegal to sell cigarettes to a minor, but it's not illegal for a minor to smoke.
Well, that's really debatable, man.
No, it is. That's the law. The law considers that if a cop sees you smoking a cigarette and you're a minor, they can't stop you.
Yeah, but when I was underage, I was smoking it. They made me put that cigarette.
Oh
out.
yeah, because why do you think they didn't arrest you? That's against the law. Like technically, if it was against the law, they didn't arrest you because it's not against the law. They were just watching. It was watching for you because they kind of like you're in high school. Why the fuck are you
I thought it
smoking?
was underage smoking was.
No, it's illegal to sell cigarettes to a minor. It's not illegal to smoke.
Oh.
It has its repercussions. The law has its gaps. You can break certain laws by certain things.
I gotta look that up later.
Yeah, it's
I wanna dig
crazy.
into this a little more.
So at the moment, we are gonna go on an intermission really quick
Because my laptop's about to die.
Yeah.
So we'll see you in about 5 minutes. We'll seem like a second.
Back. Hello.
Yeah.
Good morning.
We had to take a little break.
Good morning.
We had to take a little break because my laptop was about to die and had to plug it into the charger. And we just kind of shoot shit a little bit.
Yeah. So I think we're kind of done talking about the whole women. It went from homosexuality to feminism.
It really got a little too far, but
it was interesting.
Yeah, it's something.
I think this is probably the most natural podcast we've done.
I'd like to say the same thing too. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the most natural podcast we've done for a while. I mean, I think because we're trying too hard, and then we're trying.
Yes. We're actually keeping it natural. This is. Well, okay, maybe other podcasts, because I know recently I was asked what podcasts do I listen to. Like, well, you know what? I don't listen to podcasts because we like to keep our shit original and not be influenced by other podcasts, And it makes sense, Like we're not gonna stay on. We'll stay on a subject, but it's generally the same thing. But it's just it's in the same subject basically. They're like subcategories from what we're talking about,
I just want to say that the mind's a beautiful thing. As you can see, the conversation, as you're watching, your brain is going through a lot of emotion. You are going either this is boring, which is still a good thing, or this is really interesting. I should probably listen to this, or I hate this because I spoke about the weeboos. I don't know. It's up to you. But in reality, this is the most natural conversation we had because back in a couple episodes, we tried our hardest. We
were trying way too hard to actually do something that's supposed to be natural,
And this is us naturally. This is literally us naturally. This is what we talk about half the time. Sometimes we just go as far as some certain things, but this is really natural. This is really us being us. Finally. I mean, I guess, I don't know why it took so long. I don't know. It's just something.
I guess we just had to get used to it, because...
talking to a fucking camera.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just weird.
Talking to a camera, it's a little bit different from what we're used to. I mean, we've said it before in the past that when we started this, it's going to take us a while to get used to it, but I think we're finally getting used to it now, which is a good thing.
Yeah, you gotta remember the spectrum. The spectrum that you're watching is us, so you're the audience, but in reality, what we see... It's a little square thing on the laptop. That's what we see. We don't see anybody laughing. We laugh because we think it's funny.
Yeah, because we're having conversations about it.
Yeah, and we don't know if you think this is funny. Si creen que esto es chistoso. I don't know. Because from what I've heard, Chilean, Cuban, whatever, Latin America has watched some of our videos, which is kind of odd.
Yeah, I think that's the demographic. I don't know, it depends. I mean, we're not too big on YouTube, I guess, but, eventually we're going to get there. Because, doing a podcast on YouTube is not very appealing to most people. Because normally they would just cut the audio and don't have video. And they put it on either iTunes or some website that...
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. I mean, we can't put it on there because... We're not willing to spend that much money because...
But there is websites you could just upload the audio only. Actually, I'm planning to do that because, some people want to listen to it on the go. Say if they want to do that. No, I'm just saying.
What's the website, though? What's the website you've been looking at, though?
Sound something.
SoundCloud?
Is it SoundCloud?
Maybe
SoundCloud, yeah. I'm going to start doing that. It's going to take me a while because none of our video... are in audio form right now. They're all video, so I have to cut it out of the video using a program, and that's going to take a while.
And the other thing, too, I mean, if you are watching us, or you're listening to us, either one that you do. I know a couple of friends are doing the same thing. They're just watching us. Mm-hmm. I mean, some of us personally, they give us compliments up front.
Yeah.
But
I mean, as far as like actually watching the video and until the end, I guess that's a problem for most people because they think it's too long. But you got to figure it's a podcast. It's supposed to be long. There's no 15, 20-minute segments. Like when we first started, we did videos maybe like our very first video was only 40 minutes. But it varies it depends on what topic we're on.
That's true. Yeah, like I said, we tried so hard. We actually wrote a couple of things down back in the early.
Yeah, when we first started, I actually had like a notebook in front of me, writing down the topics we would talk about. But later on, we decided just to like just do it all natural. Just go with the flow.
Just move with the flow, yo. I mean,
and it's working in our favor. Maybe some people may not like it, but that's just their choice.
Yeah, if you're watching, I mean, like we're not putting a gun to your face and saying,
watch this shit.
Yeah, yeah. Just leave a comment.
Kill you. None of that. No.
I don't mind you leaving a comment. Just put it. I don't care if it's negative or nothing. I prefer like an opinion. I don't care what the opinion is. Just put an opinion. You can say sandwich on there. I'm like, oh, that's a good, very good opinion.
I mean, maybe because these are all our opinions. What we talk about. I mean, you don't have to listen to what we have to say.
Yeah.
It's up to you because we're not being asked by you guys to send us topics. We're talking about things that interest us.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, this is us. This is us.
If you want a professional opinion, watch somebody else.
Yeah,
this is just our opinions.
You should probably watch like Joe Rogan or something. I mean, they're actors, so go ahead and do that. We're not actors. We're
just regular.
I'm pretty sure he's real too. I mean, he's a pot smoker. He advocates pot smoking. I don't know. You know, he's a real person, but he's famous. That's the reason.
I mean, they're all normal people. Maybe the celebrity status got him there, but it's
like me. I listen to some podcasts. I listen to Joey Diaz, which is really funny. I listen to freaking Mateo Sotoro, which is Canadian, which is some fun facts. I've listened to Scariest Movie Ever, which is like conspiracy theories, but I enjoy that because it's kind of cool. I kind of enjoy that kind of stuff.
As far as conspiracy theories go, that's a very touchy subject for me personally because I'm not too big on that. But there's certain things that are, kind of like actually interest me when it comes to those kind of topics. But he's kind of big on it, I guess.
I am.
Yeah.
I just like the mystery. I like mystery. I like, wait, so this is real. This is us. We're human beings. We have this. And the first thing, we're so natural of thinking, it's like kind of like the TV. You can like, newspaper, this person bombed that, or this so and so. And then I have a big thing behind it where it's like, there's people working behind the lines doing things that we kind of just go, hey, we're not watching this, but this probably is real, which is a lot of the, back in the 90s to now. Back in the 90s, it was like, you're crazy. You're crazy.
You're labeled as a crazy person.
Yeah, but then now you have a good 75% of the world actually know about this shit. I mean, there's some people who are skeptical, or there's people who actually believe this but are skeptical still.
Mm-hmm.
Just the fact that there's no hard proof. There's some hard proof there. I mean, there's your dollar bill says federal banking system. It's there. You just have to there's conspiracy theories in the government. There's conspiracy theories about evil and good. Like.
Yeah, when it comes to conspiracy theories, you got to think about what these people go through. They do tons and tons of research.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe people could make a living off of that. I don't know. I mean, I don't really see myself making a living on conspiracy theories.
Because what I heard 2 months ago, like about the whole flat Earth thing, I'm like, I think you're crazy because the world's a hemisphere and not a flat Earth. If that was exist, that we would have fallen off the fucking galaxy somehow. That's my theory.
End of the world.
Yeah, airplanes fly around. They don't fly straight because if you fly straight, it takes longer than going around. That's how hemisphere works. You can look this up. That's how shit works. I don't believe in flat Earth. I don't know where we don't live in a fucking pop-up book.
Yeah, for one example, like say if you're taking a flight to like, I don't know, Asia or something, they go the other way. They don't go through the 50 states because it makes no sense. It's closer on the other side, like if you go that way,
Yeah, and not only that, every single picture that we have from space is a hemisphere.
Yeah, it's not a pancake.
It's not a pancake. You like, if it was a pancake, it'll speak straight down.
You wouldn't even see it. Like, at what angle you're at, you'll see it as like a thin, like, you know.
Yeah, it'll be kind of like Animal Planet or whatever. I don't know, fuck. Was that Animal Trail? Animal Trail? I don't know.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't believe in that. I am a very person.
But depending on my mood, conspiracy theories can be interesting.
Yeah. I used to believe in ghosts. I still kind of do. It's just uneven. In reality, it's because certain things.
Yeah, it's very.
I mean, I believe in there's a different spectrum that exists that we can't see, because in reality, a lot of these things that we do see, let's say one day you're at your home and somehow your TV got on. Yeah, it could be technical difficulty. It could be electronic difficulty. But
yeah, you can't really blame, oh, it's a fucking ghost.
Yeah.
No, it's not always a ghost, you know, because maybe there's electricity still flowing through there and it just magically turned on.
Exactly.
That shit happens, you know?
Yeah.
Say if something's over, there's too much electricity going through an outlet. Like, you know, recently, kind of recently, maybe about weeks ago, my lamp in my living room went on. Say if, you know, like, if the electricity, you know, like, kind of like fluctuates, it turns it on, you know? It's like, that's not a ghost. That's just...
It just happens.
Normal. It just happens. You know?
Like, I've been through situations where... Like,
now, if I see something flying, say if I see, like, I don't know, like this right here.
A poltergeist.
Like, flying around, then I'll be kind of concerned.
And then there's a differentiation, see, from ghost to poltergeist. I mean, poltergeist means that place is cursed. And then something floating, it means a ghost. I mean, there's two things that a lot of people have theories. In reality, there is no way... Well, there is a way to, you know, see these things, but I don't really... explore into it too much. This is not my thing.
Yeah, like they have all these TV shows about ghosts, like, you know, like reality shows. Half of that shit is not even fucking real. It's all staged, pretty much.
I for sure, personally, do not fuck with the Ouija board. I would never fuck with the Ouija board. I can tell you that for sure.
I've never used it.
Just because I have a certain belief where I'm not religious, but I do have faith. But from what I've read and what I've seen is nah, I'm good. I do not want to fuck with that shit. You're opening up some other gates. Remember, like I said, Einstein and Stephen Hawking said there's a different dimension. The last thing you want to do is open a dimension. I guess
it's a multiverse.
Yeah. Like we're not the only ones that exist. I don't believe in aliens personally. This is not my thing. I just don't, because I have not really seen any proof of it. I mean, you have seen flying saucers, but you can see drones too. It's the same shit. Mm-hmm. You can fly a drone and say, "Oh, the fuck," you know, this and that. But give me some proof. Give me some hard proof. I mean, a lot of people. There's a lot of theories behind the alien thing.
Or it could just be the government just fucking with us, thinking that, oh, yeah, they want us to believe there is aliens, you know?
Yeah, something. Yeah. Like, I mean, you have the Baphomet, which is the rituals they do in government, supposedly. I mean, some of these things, this is kind of hard to go, hey, this is real. Because the only proof that we do have is what Alex Jones did, where he supposedly went to the camp and he filmed the Baphomet happening. But in reality, everybody can go, oh, look at this video and this and that. And like, oh, well, I really haven't really seen it face to face. I mean,
yeah, it's very debatable, you know?
I believe that there is cults. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are cults.
Fuck yeah, cults exist. Those aren't like science fiction. Those are real.
If their cults didn't exist, we wouldn't have the 1%. I mean, you're looking at like Rothschilds and J.P. Morgans and so on. I mean, you have your money even says Federal Reserve on it. I mean, that's the big bank. That's like, no, thank you, I'm good. But now I got out of it. I kind of because I do realize that certain things you can't stop. There's certain things you can't really stop. You have to keep going and then try to do the best in your life that you can do. Because in reality, if you're conspiracy theories, you're probably. I'm not saying that you're one out of a million. I mean, like, let's say
there's many. Yeah, there's many of you guys out there. If you do believe in conspiracies,
yeah, you got anonymous. They work together and they do their thing. But in reality, I mean, when all that blows under the, when it blows with the wind, it kind of just bleh, and people keep doing what they're doing. That's just the pattern we have.
Yeah, like not everybody's gonna follow what you're saying.
Yeah,
you might have a following, but I want to say maybe like 30% of those people will probably think you're just stupid and you don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Yeah, that's why I prefer life just keeps going. That's just how I see it. Life just keeps going. There's nothing really you can't really do.
Yeah, you're not changing anything really. Even if you go up to the government, say if you go to the White House and start yelling conspiracy at them, they probably wouldn't even fucking listen. Oh, look at this fucking idiot right here. What is he doing here? Get out of here. Leave.
Yeah, you're one person out of a million. A billion, actually.
Even if you have like say if you have like a crowd of people, like, you know, even talking about it, still not gonna do shit.
I have the theory where like if shit does hit the fan, people will get together and do their thing. That's natural. People get together and go, you know what, the system's
like a mob, you know.
Yeah. Like freaking the whole Trump thing, you know, that's going on and so on. People get together and it's like, oh, fuck you, Trump, and so on. Racist little shit, this and that. You know, I mean, it's politics.
Yeah. See, the thing about politics, it's something we don't really touch on because we're not a podcast about politics.
I'm not a politician.
We'll like touch on that a little bit. But not too much.
Not too much.
Because we've said it before in previous videos multiple times. Like, we won't talk about politics. Because it's something that's... people could easily misinterpret. Because our opinions with politics is... It's not everybody's going to agree on it.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different. Many people believe that politics can save you. But I don't believe in the fact that you can choose one person and that person speaks for you. Because that person could do a selfish act. And it happens a lot.
Like glory hogs, you know.
Bush, Obama. Yes, that shit happens. I mean, blowing people up for like, actually blowing people's countries up. I understand that, you know, a lot of people, like even Putin from Russia, even some people, you know, a lot of people here still believe that, you know, I believe that 9/11 was an inside job, but that's my theory, you know, but that can hit you in the fan, but in reality, even Putin says that, you know.
Yeah, see, something like that, if we start discussing about that right now, people easily like correct us or they'll give their fucking opinion or whatever, but you know what, it doesn't really matter what anybody thinks. It's just our opinion.
Life keeps going.
Yeah, you know,
life just keeps going. You can't what do you gotta do? What are you gonna do? What you just watch the video and you be angry, and then the next day you wake up, the next day you're like, oh, I gotta go to work. That's all you're gonna do. You're gonna wake up and go to work and then continue your life. Be happy. Be happy. I don't, you know, don't fucking. I'm not a hippie. I'm a punk. That's what I am.
I'm just Ziggy.
I'm just that person that's just telling you what, you know, you should just keep going with your life. I mean, if shit does hit the fan, you'll know what to do at the time when it comes. That's all you gotta know. Like, you know what to do at the time. That's how our body works. Our adrenaline rush or whatever happens. It's just pinpoints, hits you. You're like, oh, I know what to do. Some people do, you know, you got fight or flight. Some people do flight. Yeah. Some people do fight. It really depends on who you are. Just think about it kind of like Terminator, I guess you can say. But
how?
War, revolution,
right,
so on. I mean, there's war there and there's war here. There's both wars. I mean, on top of that, you have, like, now it's not, there's no, what is it? There's no more trends. It's more of like political trends, where you have people supporting each other and it becomes like a gang, and you all of a sudden you start fucking with other people. That was rare from back in the day. Now it's just really kind of like iffy. I'm kind of iffy about it. Is the fact that you support certain people for president and you think that person may protect you. That same shit happened with every single presidency. Understand that.
It's a very touchy subject when you're talking about like candidates for the, you know, the presidential elections, you know.
Yeah.
Because it's really deep, you know. Like I said, you know, we could be wrong, or maybe, you know, our opinions don't matter, you know. What we think doesn't matter. You could correct us all you want, but that's a subject we can't really touch base on too much because we're not. We don't know. We know some politics, but we're not specializing in politics in this podcast, you know. But maybe since we're kind of talking about it a little bit longer, I might have to include this in the description, you know.
Yeah, things happen. Cults, whatever. I don't give a. You know what? I'm just gonna keep going. If I see something like a certain thing that would happen, I would, you know for sure. It's like, okay, well, now we're being fucked with. I mean, yeah, economy, this and that, whatever. I don't politics, whatever. You know, life just keeps going. Like I said, life keeps going. Go hiking, go to the gym, go take duck face for selfies. I don't care. Dude.
Multiple selfies.
Yeah.
If you like.
New trend. Television. We televise everything on YouTube now. That's what we do now. We kind of, I guess we a certain type of therapy. People listen, therapy.
Yeah.
We speak our mind, therapy.
Like, I look forward to doing these podcasts, you know, because I mean, he came up with the idea and we both agreed on it, and we started, but we didn't get it, like, we didn't jumpstart the actual podcast until maybe like late January, and then little by little we progressed, and you know, this is it, you know.
I think more for us is more of the opinion. I believe we should spread our opinion and let you guys know what, you know. There's a couple of people who go like, I wonder if people think like this. There's people that think like that.
There's many people that think exactly like us. We're not unique like some people would think or would say to us, because there could be another person that thinks like me and is acting like me, and same thing with Pony here. So we're like one in a million people that do this kind of shit.
Yeah, we've both been through different experiences. We've been through different experiences.
Yeah,
it's just different thing. I just we would like to, you know, for you guys to know what the fuck is happening, what we think is popping.
Yeah.
And what we think is stupid and popping. That's basically, like, certain things are really stupid that are popping, which I don't understand. And I say popping because it's just I don't want to call it a trend because I don't like it. I just call it popping.
Yeah.
Popping fresh motherfuckers. I'm still into my old school music.
Me too.
Into different things, psychobilly and so on. I enjoy that. It's just, to me, it's more like that. I guess it's more originality. Now you don't see that. Now it's,
you don't see that very much.
It's dead.
Yeah.
Originality is dead. I mean, I can tell you that for sure. I mean, I guess back in the 80s, what was it? Back in the 80s, it was more of like, not free spirit, but more...
I guess people have more of a creative mind.
There you go. And in 90s, you have the artistic mind. And then now, it's more like you just trying to... You know, anybody's trying to get famous off of everything. Or just cheat on everything.
You know, cross genres, you know, mixing genres, other genres. Like, say, like, for example, you mix... like hip-hop with rap, hip-hop with metal or something like that. I mean, some of that stuff works, like, I guess, in their favor. Like, it's not bad, but it's not great. But just stick to one genre, you know?
Yeah.
Or maybe something in the same genre. Say if you have, like, punk and you want to mix with metal, that's fine because that works.
It's hardcore.
Yeah, that's hardcore, yeah. You know?
And it seems like, in reality, like, punk doesn't even exist anymore. People ruined it. I mean, what real punk bands are out there now? I mean, there's nobody. The only person who tries to keep it up is either the old school punks. You're talking about Jello Biafra from Dead Kennedys. You're talking about the guy from Misfits, which is Dolan from the Misfits. The guy who created the fucking hair thing. I forgot what they call it. The devil spike. I think that's what it's called.
Man, we could be wrong, but let's just call it that.
Yeah, so it's something. He still sort of going on. You got Vice Squad, which keeps going on. You got Citizen Fish, which is Subhumans. Exploited not as much. Wadi kind of got out of it. That's the
Minor Threat.
Oh, not only that. I heard that the Descendants? No.
Descendants?
The Descendants are coming with a new album. I know that for sure. Dead Kennedys start doing things, but they don't have Jello Biafra. It's not Dead Kennedys to me. It's to me it's dead. It's not Dead Kennedys without Biafra. You can't do that. Biafra is with I guess Melvins, Biafra and the Melvins, Jello Biafra and the Melvins, and something hospital. I mean, you don't have real bands anymore. It's done. You're lost. The only thing you got is a bunch of people mixing, just rapping. I don't mind rap, but it's just too much of that shit. It's just too annoying. And then you have, the Kardashians and so on. It's just annoying. It's like I can't stand how people, the Kardashians at this moment looks like a golden child right now. That's what they are. And then because people are taking copies of the Kardashians and spreading them in their own country, like there's the Russian Kardashian, which is retarded.
Yeah, but most people live on that kind of shit. It's to please the public eye,
If you can't be yourself, I don't know. You're lost. You need to be yourself. If you're weird, Just be weird. That's what it is. I mean, that's you. That's you. If you're weird, that means there's someone else weird. They're the same as you, equal as you.
Yeah, there's no like. Well, we've talked about this before. Like, normacy doesn't really exist, you know.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. Normalcy is weird.
But everybody has their own opinion on normal and what's weird.
Yeah, normal to a lot of people is basically the American dream. That's normal to people. Mm-hmm. To me, the American dream doesn't exist because in reality, the American dream is more of like financially supporting, our own government. That's what it is. I mean, basically, the way you look at it is like get up, work, pay your taxes, buy a house, pay your property taxes. That sounds to me that you're supporting your own government for them to get bonuses. From what I heard last time, like banks were going broke, and all of a sudden Obama gave him like a pass, and they wrote their own bonuses on themselves. I mean, no. Like I think that's not normal. That's just corruption in a different area. The difference between this country and another countries is that here we try to hide it, but we find out. Other countries, about it. That's the difference. Mm-hmm. That's the only difference. In reality, normal is weird. You just be weird. Don't. When I say weird, it's be yourself. It's
a matter of opinion, I suppose. Yeah. Like what you think is normal, what you think is weird. Everybody's gonna say something different. Like they could say we're weird, or we're normal.
And I enjoy that. I take that as a compliment. If someone says I'm weird, I'm like, because I never had a negative comment where they say you're weird. I got the compliment where you're weird in a funny way because they laugh. Because I say stupid shit. Mm-hmm. I really do say stupid shit, and half the time, even my girl asks me sometimes, like when I watch videos on YouTube, I say something stupid. It's like, where do you come up with this? I'm like, I don't know. It just happens for me. It just happens to be just on the plate. I have a tendency just to make something stupid. Like one day I was saying that the form of saying fuck at a workplace would be Fred, which I invented, which I would go, okay, Fred, calm down. To me, and in other words, fuck off, type of thing. That's the fuck version of workplace to me. Oh. It's like, chill out, Fred.
Okay.
Type of thing.
Like you invented your own slang.
If your name is Fred, just know that your name is fuck. In my sense, and here, you are fuck.
Yeah.
Fred. Yeah, that's my thing.
I guess we'll end. We'll stop talking about that. I guess we'll just kind of close it out now. As far as like a future guest, I mean, I don't know. We're working on that.
Soon. There's two people we may have. I have a friend who graduated as an accountant, so that'd be interesting, and he's a stoner. I have a friend. Well, he knows him. Last time we kind of got high and kind of buzzed it and played pool at the bar.
Well, I didn't get high, but I did get
kind of buzzed. He writes comics and writes forums, and he's really into comics and movies, which is really phenomenal to me because it's right now comics are booming.
Yeah,
I'm happy that nerds are finally coming up in the earth.
Like, there's a couple of things that I want to, like actually do while we do the podcast. Like, we'll try to have like segments while we're on the podcast. Like, say we'll do like, I don't know, we'll talk about this, and then we'll have like personal time. Like, say if I want to read my poetry or something, I could do that, and whatever he wants to do, you could do that too.
Yeah.
Like, but right now, as of now, it's just, I guess you should say like not random conversations, but it's just like conversations amongst us,
Yeah. So you'll probably see 3 guests, maybe. Well, maybe one's a girl, and so two.
Yeah, because eventually we're gonna stop using webcams. We'll probably jump onto maybe actually getting an actual camcorder. Because I noticed like there's some little choppiness when we're using the webcam, and especially when I convert it, it kind of the picture gets kind of fuzzy in the beginning, and then it clears up like later on.
Yeah.
So that's something we have to work on eventually.
We will work on this. Mm-hmm. You guys will. We have what, 12 viewers, 12 subscribers,
something like that. There's certain subscribers that are shown there, but there's other ones that if they're private, they won't be listed, which is kind of stupid. Like, I want to know who those people are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
why are you gonna hide yourself?
And
it should be you should be able to view it if you have 13 subscribers and you only see like 5 that are visible.
Yeah.
You know?
And we were talking about a little side projects that I mentioned to him, like if we can't do the podcast, he can probably do one-on-one with Mike, and I can do probably one-on-one with Pony, and so on. And it's a side thing. We're just thinking about it. It's just something that, you know, just in case we can't do this, we can probably give you.
Maybe actually, that's a better idea. Is maybe I want to include like reading my poetry on the podcast itself. Maybe I'll create another segment, like maybe like a 2-3 minute video on me reading my poetry.
Yeah.
And see if you guys like that shit, you know, because I used to post my shit, like I said before, on poetry.com, but I stopped posting there because I was getting like weird feedback. Like people thought it was suicide notes and all this shit.
Basically a blog.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Probably, yeah. Basically that's probably what may happen. We probably do vlogs just to, you know, kind of get more, what do you call it? Get more involved in, I guess, the YouTube community. More, now I want to say more in the video community. That's what I want to say. I don't want to say YouTube video, like more to say, you know, see what's, you know, going on, because we work a lot. I mean, we do have we have time to hang out with friends, but sometimes, you know, kind of want to let people know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's fun. I mean, Instagram does the same thing, but you have like 1-minute videos on those things. And then the whole 101 thing vlog, 101 vlog, we'll probably make up a name for that. It'd be nice. It'd be probably lower class vlog, something.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that sounds kind of cool. Yeah.
Or we'll probably change it to like lower class Michael lower class Ziggy lower class Pony, something, something like, so you know, 101.
It's all gonna come together eventually. Like right now, we're not really in a hurry. Like this, what we have now is pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not too concerned about it. We can always work on that shit later.
Yeah, the shit.
Yep.
And that's yeah. So that's our, like, today. I guess we will end it now then, right?
Yeah, I guess this is yeah. I mean, we did pretty well, considering this is probably gonna be maybe. I'd say this is probably one of our best ones. I definitely would say so, because there's no, you know, spots in the video where we're not really saying anything.
Yeah.
We kind of, you know, we're kind of going back and forth.
Yeah, we were actually finally talking about interesting things where we can finally be ourselves.
Which I'm very surprised about. The turnout will be pretty well, I guess. You know, I'm gonna probably work on this video. I don't know, depending on how I feel. I'll try to get this out maybe the same night, or maybe late tomorrow, or maybe possibly Friday, because I'm off on Friday. So maybe I'll work on it then. So. It all depends, you know, because editing takes a while. So
yes, and then I think there's some things that are happening or in progress. We're trying to do a little thing here and there. You guys will find out later.
Well, once again, this is Ziggy,
Pony, Fred.